Hello everybody and welcome to Lightning Wing Productions. My name is Lightning and today I'll be your guide into the world of gaming. Or entertainment. Whichever you think would be more suitable. Probably entertainment. Today I'm going to be reacting to the official second trailer for the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie. So let's jump into it and see what's in store.
Here we go! Showtime!
What is this den of madness?
Are you Detective Pikachu?
He does look like a Pokemon! Pika Pika!
Okay.
Konichi, what? Get down!
It's time, Shadow. Finally, we will have our revenge. But what good is a dastardly plot if you can't conspire with family?
There's two Eggmen now?
Double your villains, double your fun. Any last words?
Nice magic marble, real scary. That actually is real scary. Trick shot! Tom, Maddie, we need your help on a super... Knuckles, do you mind?
Oh, excuse me.
Tom, Maddie, we need your help on a super dangerous top secret mission.
We're in.
Are you ready?
We were
Oh,
born
she's
ready.
using gun too. Oh,
All right,
jetpack.
boys, try and keep up.
Come on, Granddaddy-O. We've got dirt to do.
Okay, so he is still
With
Eggman's
Shadow's
grandfather.
power, we can rule humanity. When we're done, there won't be anything left to rule. That is dark.
Somebody better call Google Maps.
Life's all about the choices we make. Remember to listen to your heart. You're gonna make the right choice when it matters the most.
One head talk to another. Who does your highlights?
The more you talk, the harder I want to hit you.
This ends now.
Our destiny awaits.
I want that
You
jacket.
were right about one thing. This ends now.
Okay, let's go back.
Here we go.
Are you Detective Pikachu?
He
Okay.
does look like a Pokemon! Pika Pika!
Okay, the fact that they called out Pokemon is actually kind of funny, but let's go back a little bit. Chow kind of exists in this universe, but here's the question. Are Chow real in the Sonic movie universe, or is it just like a made-up thing? Like, could we see some real Chow, or is this the best we're gonna get, this Chow-themed cafe? Also, I thought I saw a
He
Knuckles
does
Chow.
look like a
Yeah, right there. That's a Knuckles Chow. On the backpack there. All these different things. Okay.
What is...
Chow Garden. Why do we not have these things in real life? I would love to go to this.
is this den of madness?
Are you Detective Pikachu?
He does look like a Pokemon! Pika Pika!
Okay, the fact that Knuckles also knows what Pokemon are shows that this version of Knuckles is starting to, like, is acclimate the right word? But he's definitely starting to learn about the world around him. This is like the big thing about Knuckles. In the games, all they ever seem to do is present him as just an idiot, a klutz. More so an idiot in the Sonic Boom continuity. In the normal games, he's just the klutz who wants to hit things. But this version of Knuckles is done right. I mean, the idea behind Knuckles as a character is that he has lived on Angel Island in solitude his entire life, so he has no idea about the world around him. He doesn't know how society functions and stuff, so he's just ignorant to how things normally work. And that's the key to his character. That's what makes him work. He's just ignorant to how the world and society works because he's lived in isolation most of his life. And him learning how the world works to the point where he now can reference Pokemon, knows what he's talking about, and is able to poke fun at Tails for this, that's growth. That's character development. I like that. Oh, you even got the ball in the background there that the Chao can unlock. They went all out on the... Yeah, they went all out with the Easter eggs for the Chao place. I could spend hours looking at all the different little details in the background for this place. And these are... That's cheese! That's literally cheese right there! So wait. I would like to hope that we could get Chao, because cream and cheese are a thing. You have cream and her Chao companion cheese. You can't have cream without cheese. So if they ever like continued these movies and brought cream into the whole mix, they would have to bring in cheese, which means Chao. I wonder what that says in Japanese. Maybe it just says Chao Garden again. In which case, since it's Japan, wouldn't it have the Japanese text first and then maybe the smaller English text under it? I don't know. But again, cheese, bow tie.
Konichi, what? Get
Okay,
down!
so clearly Eggman attacks at some point. I have two theories behind this. Theory number one is that Eggman attacks Sonic and friends just to stir the pot because of what's going on between him and Shadow. Or this is after Eggman unites with his grandfather because, as we see, he teams up with his grandfather.
It's a dastardly plot. If you can't conspire with family.
There's two Eggmen now?
Double your villains, double your fun.
Yeah. So this is him clearly going back to being a villain after that short-lived, oh, I might as well save the world, teaming up with his grandfather and everything. Is that supposed to be a snake belt buckle or something?
Any last words?
What is
nice
that?
magic marble, real scary. That actually is real scary.
Is this Prison Island?
Tom, Maddie, we need your help on a super... Knuckles, do you mind?
Oh, excuse me.
I like how Knuckles is actually polite here. He's not rude, like the game and comic version can come off sometimes, having tunnel vision for protecting his island and the Master Emerald and stuff. No, here he's actually got some personality. Well, more personality. Just, oh, excuse me.
We need your help on a super... Knuckles, do you mind?
Oh, excuse me.
See? That's personality. I'm not saying that Knuckles from the IDW comics and games don't have personality, but this version of Knuckles is definitely better. He's got more personality. He's got more development as a character because they portray him better than the games and comics do. Somebody who's lived his whole life in solitude, well, not his whole life, but most of his life in solitude, so he's just ignorant to how the world works, or at least this world, and still is polite and has a bit of a personality.
Tom, Maddie!
I think the better question is, how the heck are they going to unchain them? Whatever.
Ready? Secret mission.
We're in.
Are you ready?
Yeah, she's in gun now. Question is, who's that on the left? That's probably Tom.
We were born
That guy that she fell in love with.
ready.
Okay, the jetpack is cool, but severely missed opportunity here.
We were born ready.
They should have gone with the jet anklet from Sonic Adventure. That would make sense, not only because as a reference, but I feel like that could work as an additional rotor, because think of how a helicopter works. If it didn't have the rotor, then it would just have the bottom half spin in opposite to the actual blades. Just say, missed opportunity.
All right, boys, try and keep up.
Come on, Granddaddy-O. We've got
Dirt to do.
with Shadow's
Okay. Yeah. Gerald has a new jacket, just like Eggman does. I want it. I friggin' want a jacket like that. Oh, there's my mouse. Sorry, folks. Look at the detail. It looks like it has circuits in it. Look over here on the arm. It looks like it's got circuits in it. Over here, too, and it goes into something. And just, oof. I love it. I've always had my own interpretation of the jacket, too. I'll get into more of it in a second.
powered.
We can move
Is Shadow just running around generating that thing? Or is it something else?
humanity.
With Shadow's powered.
We can
Yeah, he's powering it.
move humanity.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Gerald has his own version of Eggman's jacket, but still made to look like his lab coat. And Eggman has, like, an even better looking version of his coat. I want a jacket like this. Why do we not have fashion like this? I swear, the wrong people are trying to make high-end fashion. Just get people who make movies and video games to develop fashion, because they're actually making some good-looking stuff. I'm not even joking. There's, like, somebody who... There was, like, this one fashion show where the clothing looked like unrigged clothing. Like, if any of you have ever played Second Life and loaded into a simulator and whatever mesh clothing your avatar wears hasn't fully loaded in yet, it's just T-posed and at a weird angle. It's like somebody attached a piece of clothing to a 3D model but didn't rig it to the skeleton. That's not fashion. That's garbage. This! I want one of these jackets. They are sexy.
Humanity.
When we're done, there won't be anything left to rule.
That is dark.
Somebody better call Google Maps.
Okay,
Life's
so... that is the Space Colony arc. Why is it so small? Unless... I'm looking too into it, and this is the Space Colony arc. Because I'm thinking of how the Space Colony arc actually looks. Or are they just cutting off the unnecessary part and revealing the true arc?
There won't be anything left to rule.
That is dark.
Yeah, that small
Somebody
thing is
better
probably
call
the
Google
actual arc.
Maps.
Life's all about the choices we make.
We can move humanity.
When we're done, there won't be anything left.
Okay, so... Again, why is the Space Colony arc so small in this movie? It's supposed to be like a second moon. The fact that they downscaled the size of the arc is frustrating. I don't know if they did that because it's live action and they can only do so much in terms of sets. But the Space Colony arc is supposed to be like a big secondary moon. Or at least disguised as a moon. And here we have a much
We were
smaller...
born ready.
Come on, Granddaddy. With Shadow's powered.
Come on. Give me a shot of the arc, dang it.
Move humanity.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's not big, but that's not the arc. That's not big enough. But like I said, the only thing I can come up with is that they can only do so much for sets, despite how much money they probably have to work with. So, yeah.
Life's all about the you make. Remember to listen to your heart. You're gonna make the right choice when it matters the most.
I like how they actually gave Shadow a gun, even if it's a sci-fi laser plasma pistol or whatever. Still referencing the fact that Shadow's a edgelord. But I will say, it makes sense for Shadow to be trained in firearms. He's kind of like Sonic's version of Captain America. Would make sense for Gerald to have him know how to use firearms.
Want to head down to another? Who does your highlights?
The more you talk, the harder I want to hit you.
This ends now!
Okay. The fact that it doesn't look like Eggman's face again is a bit of a plus. It didn't make sense that the Ark looked like Eggman's face, unless narcissism runs in the family, in which case, why isn't it like that here? I hate being sick. But yeah, apparently Shadow is powering this whole thing.
Our destiny awaits.
You were right about one thing. This ends now.
Our destiny awaits.
Seriously. Why don't we have clothing like that now? I want that jacket, or at least a version of it. Okay, so... here's what I always thought, and it looks like that might be the case here a little bit. As far as Eggman's jacket goes, the stripes that go down the front and down the arms, I always visioned as zippers. And the stripes on the sides, I always figured were belts. If I ever had enough money to commission that version that I have in my head, I would do it. But after seeing this version, I want this version of Eggman's jacket, but I would rather have like a white and red version. Like, for those of you who don't know, there is the Sonic the Hedgehog Fleetway comics, which I think were done in Australia, and there actually is a good version of Eggman, or Robotnik, called Ovi Kintobor, which is just Ivo Robotnik backwards, and his jacket are the reverse colors. Instead of red and white, it's white and red, so it would look more like... Can I get a friggin' break here with the stupid player? Yeah, it would look more like that, only the stripes here and here would be red. I want one of these jackets. They look so cool. Does Eggman's jacket have the same details? It's hard to tell because it's red, but I would imagine so. So, here is the biggest question. Are we going to see any kind of reference to Black Doom? It's very unlikely that we're going to see any trace of Amy or Metal Sonic or, sadly most of all, Rouge. Even though she's supposed to be a massive part of the story, she's like a double agent for GUN. But of course, from what I've heard, I don't know if it's true, but if it is, it's stupid. Supposedly, they didn't want to put Rouge in because, oh, that's going to make the kids feel funny. Dude, we had Rouge back in the days of the Dreamcast, and with jiggle physics. If we could handle her then, we could handle her now. But, aside from that, are we going to see Black Doom? Because the whole reason why the Space Colony arc and the Eclipse canon exist in the first place is to take out Black Doom. Professor Gerald Robotnik tried to create the ultimate life form to cure Maria's illness, if that is still canon in this continuity. And I guess to try to create the ultimate super soldier, like Captain America. He tried and failed, resulting in the Bio-Lizard, which I am hoping we see in this movie. Like perhaps Eggman and Shadow both realize that Gerald is possibly taking it too far, so Gerald says, fine. I'll just have to pull out one last card from my sleeve, and then he pulls out the Bio-Lizard as the final fight, where Sonic and Shadow possibly go super. But could we see Black Doom? Because the whole thing is that after the failure that was the Bio-Lizard, Professor Gerald met Black Doom, and Black Doom offered his DNA so Gerald could create Shadow. So are we going to see Black Doom? Whether it be in a flashback as Gerald explains how Shadow was created, or maybe a post-credits scene where we see a comet drifting through space and we see Black Doom or something. I don't know. I don't even know if we'll get any more movies after this, because apparently this might be Jim Carrey's last Sonic movie, or movie period, because Jim Carrey is getting old. But I would like to believe we could get more Sonic movies in the future. So there we have it. The Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie trailer. Number 2. If you guys have any theories about the movie, go ahead and leave a comment down below, but no spoilers if anything gets leaked or you do see the movie like day one, okay? If you enjoyed my reaction and found my theories about the movie interesting, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to stay tuned for more videos like the newest video of my Sonic Frontiers Let's Play, then be sure to hit the subscribe button. But make sure you ring that bell. Otherwise, YouTube's not going to notify you squat, because their algorithm is hot garbage. Until next time, I'm Lightning of Lightning Lane Productions, and I will see you all in the next video. Keep gaming, everybody!